Confirmation in the last few minutes as I was running through the classifiers that is now officially a Arsenal player. The medicals passed earlier today. Personal terms were agreed. That news broke around about 3 hours ago. But in the last few minutes, news confirmed, is a gunner. He has made...
RODRYGO GOES. The long-awaited saga that has dominated the back pages of every major sports publication has finally reached its crescendo. In a move that redefines the financial and competitive landscape of the Premier League, Arsenal have officially confirmed the signing of RODRYGO GOES from Real Madrid. The deal, valued at a substantial £75 million, represents a historic investment for the North London club, signalling their intent to move from title challengers to a dominant European force under the meticulous guidance of Mikel Arteta. For weeks, speculation regarding the Brazilian's future at the Santiago Bernabéu had been mounting, with reports suggesting that the 25-year-old was seeking a leading role away from the star-studded shadow of Kylian Mbappé and Vinicius Jr. Arsenal, sensing a rare opportunity to land a world-class talent in his absolute prime, moved with clinical efficiency. The £75 million fee is seen by many analysts as a masterstroke of negotiation, securing a proven Champions League winner for a price that aligns with the current market for elite offensive talent. The formal announcement came via a sleek social media reveal that sent the Arsenal fanbase into a frenzy. Clad in the famous red and white, RODRYGO was pictured at the Sober Realty Training Centre, putting pen to paper on a long-term contract that will reportedly keep him at the Emirates until 2031. For Mikel Arteta, this acquisition is the realization of a tactical dream he has harbored since his arrival, the addition of a versatile, high-IQ forward capable of unlocking the most disciplined defensive structures in world football. The tactical revolution. Arteta has never been shy about his admiration for RODRYGO's multidimensional game. In his first official interview following the signing, the Spaniard emphasized that the Brazilian is not just a winger, but a facilitator and a finisher who can operate across any position in the front three. This tactical flexibility is expected to be a game-changer for Arsenal, allowing Arteta to rotate his front line without losing the technical edge required to compete at the highest level of the Champions League. The integration of RODRYGO into an attack that already boasts the likes of Bukayo Saka and Martin Ødegaard creates a terrifying prospect for opposition defenders. RODRYGO's innate ability to drift into central pockets and his ice-cold composure in the final third are expected to alleviate the pressure on Gabriel Martinelli and Kai Havertz. By diversifying their attacking threats, Arsenal have effectively made themselves impossible to man-mark out of a game. Behind the scenes, the role of sporting director Edu Gaspar cannot be understated. It was Edu's deep-rooted connections within the Brazilian national team setup and his relationship with Real Madrid's hierarchy that paved the way for this blockbuster deal. Negotiating with a club of Real Madrid's stature is never straightforward, but the clarity of the project presented to RODRYGO, and the promise of being the face of Arsenal's new era, ultimately tipped the scales in the Gunners' favour. A statement to the world. Financially, the deal is a landmark moment for the club. By committing £75 million to a single player during the January window, Arsenal have shattered the narrative that they are a club that waits for bargains. This is the behaviour of a European heavyweight. The investment is backed by the club's growing commercial revenue and their consistent presence in the latter stages of major competitions, proving that the self-sustaining model can indeed support Galactico-level signings. RODRYGO himself appears energized by the challenge of the Premier League. In a heartfelt message to the Real Madrid fans, he acknowledged the Magic Nights at the Bernabéu but expressed a hunger for a new chapter where he can be the primary protagonist. "I see what Mikel is building here, and it's something I want to be the heart of," RODRYGO stated during his unveiling. His arrival brings a winner's DNA to a young dressing room that is still hungry for its first league title in over 2 decades. The impact on the rest of the Premier League has been immediate. Rivals who may have hoped for an Arsenal slowdown have instead been met with a team that is actively getting stronger. The RODRYGO deal serves as a warning shot to Manchester City and Liverpool, making it clear that the North Londoners are prepared to match them both on the pitch and in the transfer market. It is a psychological victory as much as a sporting one. Fans are already debating whether new number 11 will make his debut. With a grueling schedule ahead, including the knockout rounds of the Champions League and crucial domestic fixtures, RODRYGO is expected to be thrust into the action almost immediately. Arteta has hinted that the Brazilian's physical condition is excellent, thanks to the elite standards maintained at Real Madrid, meaning the transition period should be minimal. The arrival of Rodrygo also marks a shift in the global hierarchy. For years, the Premier League's best players were often plucked by Real Madrid at the height of their powers. To see a player move in the opposite direction, while still in his prime, suggests that the allure of Arteta's project and the prestige of the English top flight have reached a new zenith. Arsenal are no longer just a stepping stone, they are the destination. As the ink dries on the contract and the shirt sales begin to soar, one thing is certain: the era of total domination that the fans have craved feels closer than ever. With Rodrygo Goes now officially a gunner, the puzzle is complete. The stage is set for a historic second half of the season, and the Emirates Stadium has a new king to lead the charge.